And there you are, eagles taking flight. Welcome to Geography 160, World Regional Geography. Such a stunning, stunning animal, the American bald eagle, taking flight here, symbolizing our auspicious start to this amazing new semester, amazing course ahead of us. Welcome. I have a lot of excitement for this course, similar to an eagle taking off there. And I thought I'd share with you not only that clip, but some of our great activities to come this semester. This is, of course, embedded within Canvas, our course shell. Canvas is the system that the college and the whole district, many community colleges around California and around the world, other universities as well, they choose to use for running online courses. Perhaps you use it in some of your face-to-face brick and mortar courses too. So we'll take a look here at some of the aspects of our course and talk about some of the few expectations and requirements for this week. We'll touch on some of that. I'll describe a little bit of who I am. As you probably know, my name's Noah, or Professor Noah if you want. I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to work with you all to engage on these fascinating topics of geography, even world regional geography. We get to take a closer look at how humans interact with their environments all around the world. And we'll do this by starting off with an introductory week of just the overall discipline of geography. That'll be next week, and then we'll start with working with North America and go south from there. So more importantly, to start things off, we want to make sure that everybody's on the same page with understanding how to run, how to engage with the Canvas system here. And for that, we have a mandatory online orientation. So once you go to Canvas, after watching this introductory video, you'll go through the orientation overview. It's very quick, and then meet the professor page. Notably, I started out at a California junior college as well about 17 years ago, and it was the geography courses there that inspired me to go on and double major in university in geography on top of environmental science, and go on to grad school after completing research in China and Tibet, studying Chinese in Beijing for 2 years, going to grad school in Canada to go back to do research in China, and to go on to teach at various colleges and do research in South America on environmental politics, and end up at Contra Costa College, where I'm extremely grateful to get to know more of you students and learn together and to help you learn. I see a big part of this course and all of community college, junior college level is helping students to learn how to learn, on top of helping to learn this fascinating material. So feel free to look at some of those, and then importantly the course syllabus, which is in this tab, and there'll be another video going over the more specifics of that. So any of these, you just click on them and open up, and they go through the various elements within them. And then Launchpad registration. Launchpad is a complimentary, not for free, but a supplement, I should say, supplementary. It's interesting how complementary and complementary sound so similar. It's the textbook adjunct to accompany our course. If you buy a new textbook, it comes with it for free. Even if you've bought a used textbook somewhere else, you can still get a code to buy Launchpad, very affordable. And if you don't want to buy a textbook at all, you can just buy Launchpad, and then the ebook comes with it. So we'll be using that for a lot of online mapping and weekly exercises, adaptive exercises, so that it doesn't count against you if you get a question wrong. You can keep trying and get hints from there. I'll link to that later. So that's a little bit about Launchpad, and then also in the orientation we talk about what is netiquette, how to have common etiquette and respect in our course in online learning. Then we talk a little bit about the Chicago Manual Style and the American Psychology Association's formatting and how to avoid plagiarism. There's a little neat video by Dr. Chu. Then we work through the Canvas video tutorials. So I won't go too deeply into these because there's neat videos talking about each one of these and how to run the course with them, how to help you most. And then some great student resources, the Crisis Line, assistance programs, Psychological Center at JFK University, specifically for Contra Costa students, and some youth help resource directories. So those are just all great resources for students to have, or other people in the community if you want to pass them on. Then we get into our introductions here for week 1. We'll do our first discussion board this week, and as well as the orientation review mini assignment. So submitting a brief assignment showing that you've gone through this orientation, that you have set your settings to receive Canvas messages directly in your email. This is a great thing to do for all your classes, so that when a professor sends you a message in Canvas, it goes directly to your email. You can even set it to go to your phone as well if you'd like, as a text message. Every week there'll be a weekly announcement with the objectives and overviews for the week, and that will go to your Canvas box, and therefore through setting this setting in Canvas, you'll receive that right in your email as well. So that's a great resource, great little trick here in Canvas. And then there's the Launchpad right here included. So you'll see Learning Curve. We'll do 3 of those a week, and this week we just do 1 for the first chapter. So this is an impetus to get the book, either the ebook or the textbook, and buy Launchpad from there. That's your option. I highly recommend a physical paper book. It's a great resource, makes reading a lot easier, but I understand it's a bit more money, and some students prefer just reading right off their computer these days. That is a requirement for this course, that you do the online learning through a computer, not a phone or a small tablet. It's very important that we have full visuals in geography. We'll be working with maps, other images, pictures, really exciting things. So we want to make sure to have big a screen as possible, as well as for your learning overall, besides just working with images. It's been shown to be much more conducive for higher education, and all education for that matter. So to give you a little preview here for Launchpad, we click on that. It takes us directly to the Load Launchpad in New Window. And this allows us to link directly to Macmillan Higher Ed. And it will take us to our Launchpad home, where we'll get a sense of the different exercises and activities that we can do. So you'll see it corresponds with each chapter and gives you the to-dos that I've assigned each week. Makes it very straightforward. The assignments link directly between the 2 systems. They're deeply integrated is the official word for it, and so the grades will automatically show up in Canvas. So you can see here how we can read through each one of these after we click on the ebook section. The really neat thing after that is going to these adaptive and learning assignments. Not only adaptive, but they're what's known as not summative learning, but what you were most used to as far as quizzes and tests, but formative learning. So for each one of these little activities, we can get a hint, or not just a hint, but we can go to read the ebook on this topic. There's a get a hint for some of them if you want, although it says below there that gives you fewer points. But you can keep working through these until you get the amount of points that you're satisfied with for that week. And there's help along the way as far as leading you to different aspects of the book, different parts of the book that would talk about that. And there's also a mapping activity each week as well. So those are really neat parts of Launchpad. And I look forward to hearing your feedback on that, any questions you have. We'll go back here to our modules page. You can see on the left there some of the different options for parts of Canvas to navigate to. I know the college has been using this for several semesters now, so some of this may be old news to you. Maybe for some of you it's new news, and that helps as well. Also in this left margin is the Conferences tab. So if you want to dial up, connect to my online office hour Wednesday mornings from 8:30 to 9, that will be available right in here in Conferences. And there's also an option straight to go to different files of the course, and fellow students, assignments up above there, and announcements. So those are neat shortcuts there as well. Continuing on, down below, you'll see how we work through each week. This is what it will look like. Sorry, they're waiting for that to load. Takes a second. We'll see objectives and overviews for the region. In this case, Middle and South America. We'll have another discussion board on the mini lecture for each chapter. Each week I've provided a mini lecture, and then you'll ask a question and get a response from me, and then respond to that as well. Second discussion board of the week, so this is pretty similar to having 2 classes a week face-to-face, like most of your classes are. And then some of the learning curve assignments, and then the map building exercise. So every week is pretty similar until 2 weeks out of the semester, just before spring break and just before the finals week. We'll compile outlines to the essay prompts that are provided. You'll be seeing those shortly in the weeks to come. And then the exam week following that, we'll write an essay exam on one of those prompts that you choose. We'll go into more of that detail when I explain the syllabus for you. Just scrolling back up to the top here to refamiliarize ourselves with the first thing that you'll see when you come into modules. And look forward to hearing any questions you might have about this, and looking forward to getting to meet you a little bit in the introductions for this week. Okay, thanks so much. Please keep in touch. Take care.